The Pittsburgh Steelers got to debut the first half of the new quarterback additions and started Justin Fields in their first preseason game. A lot of fans are expecting Justin to have a comeback-like season and prove a lot of people wrong. Justin Fields had some notable moments in his preseason debut with the Steelers, but it's unlikely his performance will lead to any immediate changes on the team's quarterback depth chart. This game was a massive opportunity for Justin Fields to showcase what he can potentially bring to this offense. Fields had worked with the first team offense for nearly all of the first 10 practices before Wilson started participating more. Fields started due to Russell Wilson's injury, but his start had many mistakes. He fumbled twice on snaps and was sacked twice on third down, with the Steelers failing to score during his quarter of play. Mike Tomlin has even said it's very much is a competition when talking about the quarterback depth chart. Wilson signing with the Steelers set off a series of moves that eventually brought Fields to Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett was unhappy with Wilson's arrival, which led to Pickett's trade to the Philadelphia Eagles, with a spot open on the roster and the Chicago Bears looking to trade Fields in anticipation of Caleb Williams entering the NFL draft. The Bears dealt Fields to the Steelers for a conditional 6th-round pick. Despite this, Wilson has been named the starter ever since his arrival. Wilson's calf injury kept him out of early training camp practices, and Friday night's game presented an opportunity for Fields to make an impression. However, like I mentioned, the first game did not significantly alter the quarterback competition. Fields displayed his athleticism early on. On the first play, after being pressured by defensive end Danielle Hunter, Fields delivered a sidearm pass to Najee Harris for a 16-yard gain, avoiding what should have been a sack. The first drive stalled, partially due to a fumbled center-quarterback exchange that resulted in a 4-yard loss. Despite this, Fields completed all 3 of his pass attempts for 37 yards on that drive. The second drive also began with a fumbled snap, leading to a 3-and-out when rookie Troy Fontenot was beaten by Hunter, who sacked Fields. While Fields was sidelined during the second drive, Texans quarterback CJ Stroud showcased his skills with a pass to Tank Dell, scored a touchdown. Fields had moments, including a 20-yard pass to Van Jefferson on the Steelers' third drive. However, his fumbles and sacks were concerning, specifically given criticisms about his tendency to hold the ball too long and take unnecessary sacks. Both issues resulted in punts. Fields' final stats were solid: 5 of 6 passes completed for 67 yards. One incompletion appeared to be a questionable call, as Jefferson seemed to have both feet in bounds, but the Steelers didn't challenge the play. However, the lack of scoring drives and the impact of mistakes on all 3 drives did not end well offensively. Fields will have additional opportunities to prove himself during the preseason. As of now, it seems unlikely that he will surpass Wilson as the starter for the opener, and he will need to perform significantly better to change that narrative. Fields' pocket presence didn't seem to improve much from last season. Along with the 2 sacks he endured, he also fumbled the ball twice. After Fields exited, third-string quarterback Kyle Allen took over, completing 17 of 23 passes for 193 yards. Despite the Steelers' early struggles, Fields demonstrated his playmaking potential by completing his first 5 passes, including the 20-yard pass to wide receiver Van Jefferson. Friday also marked the first game for Fields in the offense under new offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Although the team only managed 12 points, they accumulated 344 yards, 19 first downs, and 109 rushing yards, averaging 6 yards per play. Last season, Fields held onto the ball the longest of any quarterback in the league. His average time to throw was 3.12 seconds, and Russell Wilson was the second longest at 2.99. They were both among the most sacked quarterbacks in the entire league. In 44 starts over the last 3 seasons, Wilson has 25 interceptions and 22 fumbles for a total of 47 turnovers. Justin Fields threw 30 picks and fumbled 38 times for a total of 68 turnovers. The Steelers' preseason opener didn't go as planned, and they'll be looking for improvement in their next game on August 17th against the Bills. Coach Mike Tomlin mentioned that he expects Wilson to make his debut in that matchup. Wide receiver Quez Watkins, a free agent signing from the Philadelphia Eagles, struggled with his awareness and judgment as a punt returner. Even their first-round pick Troy had a rough start, giving up 2 sacks before leaving the game with a knee injury. However, the offense found some momentum with veteran quarterback Kyle Allen, who nearly erased a 17-0 deficit. Allen completed 17 of 23 passes for 193 yards, leading 2 touchdown drives, including a 6-yard pass to Connor Hayward. He also connected on a 38-yard throw to receiver Scotty Miller, setting up a 1-yard touchdown run. Although the Steelers managed just 1 passing touchdown, their receivers had a solid outing. George Pickens, who played briefly, made made 2 catches for 25 yards, turning short passes into gains by eluding the first defender each time. Van Jefferson contributed with a 20-yard reception, while Calvin Austin III and Scotty Miller led the team in receiving yards, with Austin recording 2 catches for 49 yards and Scotty adding 3 catches for 47 yards. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren were limited to the first quarter, but Jonathan Ward and Daijun Edwards, both competing for the 3rd running back spot, delivered strong performances. Edwards had a 24-yard run and scored the team's only rushing touchdown, while Ward broke off a 20-yard run. Rookie Troy, the team's first-round pick, will need to improve his pass protection if he hopes to secure a starting job. Troy surrendered 2 sacks in the first quarter, both on 3rd downs, forcing the Steelers to punt. The first sack came against Daniel Hunter, one of the league's top edge rushers with 16.5 sacks last season for the Vikings, and the second against veteran Jerry Hughes, who has 70 career sacks. Daniel Hunter beat Troy around the edge to reach Justin Fields, while Hughes powered through him. Troy still has time to impress the coaches, but his start has been shaky. As for Quez Watkins, if he's aiming to make the roster as a punt returner, he may need to reconsider. He misjudged 2 punts from the Texans punter Tommy Townsend, fumbling the second one, which the Texans recovered in Steelers territory and quickly turned into a touchdown. Watkins still needs to make an impact as a receiver soon, or his time in camp might be running out. Pickens looked as natural in the preseason opener as he has during training camp. The difference this time was that the offense seemed designed to highlight his strengths. He was schemed open on several routes and given quick passes that allowed him to gain yards after the catch. On offense, Jonathan Ward stood out the most. The speedy veteran has impressed at St. Vincent College, but his fight to make the 53-man roster is challenging. However, with every strong performance he puts on during games, he's making it increasingly difficult for Pittsburgh to overlook him. The Steelers struggled with sloppy play on both sides of the ball. The offense was plagued by several false start penalties, including one on quarterback Kyle Allen, and their offensive line appeared out of sync at times, an issue head coach Mike Tomlin has highlighted as a key area for improvement. Special teams was also a letdown, with a drop punt leading to a touchdown for the Texans. The defense didn't fare much better, as starting cornerback Joey Porter Jr. was flagged for an obvious pass interference. Despite the overall struggles, there were a few defensive standouts. Rookie Peyton Wilson lived up to his billing, playing with relentless energy and showcasing his tackling skills. DeMarvin Leal was active throughout the game, making multiple plays, including a dynamic sack. Corey Trice Jr. also made his appearance since being drafted last season and impressed with a one-on-one tackle in the flat. Like I said, Kyle Allen took the most snaps at quarterback for the Steelers, playing for more than 3 quarters. While he had some good moments, he also struggled with accuracy at various points in the game. The Steelers have some work to do throughout the remainder of training camp and preseason to prepare themselves for this upcoming season. Hopefully next game we get a better look inside the quarterback room, starting with Russell Wilson. The Steelers will want to have a better offensive performance in their next preseason game against the Bills. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so you never miss a Steelers video or any video at all. Comment down below what you're looking forward to most for next season. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.